the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014. There's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Now Hall to start the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody come. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him. On first down, right back to Hall. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Over the middle, complete. It's Moore. And the Jets are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early first and goal.
They'll run with Hall. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Ball again. And this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the
them down like karate. I see none of you here can stop me. It's obvious, you too sloppy, cheap copy. I'm Rocky.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a good Week 5 matchup in store here between the Indianapolis Colts and the New York Jets. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. Not something you expect to see from the opening kickoff, that's for sure, and they will start at the 40. On first down, Wilson. Open man is Uzomah. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The Jets had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Now Wilson on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he's going to be moved down just inside the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what
Hall has it knocked loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down now. Here's second down. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
Well, that's one way you take away a first down as a defender. Make sure you have a little bit of physical play when the ball gets to the receiver. Find a way to jostle it free. They caught him off guard, forced the incompletion.
And did he have enough? He did. He kept it on line and managed to tuck it into the bottom right corner. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And some space here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
it to Taylor on first down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw is Ryan. Looking sideline, incomplete. Kylan Branson, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
I think he could have scanned downfield forever, but there wasn't anything available. Ends up throwing an incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Here's Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a jet touchdown. CD, what a sensational start for this defense. Instead of just forcing the 3 and out, which they were about to do, they pick it off and take it in for the score.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't just settle for the standard good way to start a game. They started in dramatic fashion. Take it away, score points, and guess what? They'll be flying to go back out there on defense again after that play.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's going to be out of bounds. Here's the run back. Will leave him shy of the 20-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Second down, another run with Taylor. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Now it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And taken right on the 30. Now a hit and a loose football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him. Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. He's going to look deep for more. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Tuesday. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. A false start penalty, and now they're back to needing 10 yards on second down. 20. Again, it's Taylor. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On 3rd down, Ryan. Well, throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Jets are going to get it back here just past the 35. And not the first quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they find a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He finds Corey Davis on the move past the 40. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity, that opening, you take full advantage.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Ryan. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Hall on a give up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Wilson. He gets it underneath to Hall. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with Hall. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Breece Hall with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Jets are able to widen their lead here in this 1st half. Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this 1st half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember, last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Ryan. He's going to take another shot here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
57 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Elijah Moore. His first touchdown on the year. And the Jets have opened the lead up to 30. Point after, right down the middle. And a rout is on here in this first half. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So
Ryan hit, and he lost the football. Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense got it, they were already within the shadow of the goalpost.
Yeah, and then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And now here is another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the second quarter, my goodness.
I love the expression. My goodness, indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Ryan and the Colts getting set here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick 6. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Ryan, he's going to go for a big play downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring their attention to him as well.
On first down, Ryan. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Play action. It's Ryan. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
As we've seen, their first 2 drives didn't yield anything points-wise. Certainly feels like they think to themselves, it's time to open this thing up, taking the big shot downfield.
Now it's Ryan. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 24-yard line. Again, Ryan. They're going right back to Pittman. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. And my goodness, another interception. And the Jets are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. CD, when he went to throw that, I'm not sure if he just didn't see where the defense was. Whatever the case, not the throw you're looking for on 1st and goal.
Not at all, because, look, let's face it, that close to the goal line, if you throw an interception, is going to hurt on any down. But really, the only down you can kind of live with is if you do it on 4th down. The first 3, if you don't have it wide open, just get rid of it. Make sure they can't get it and live to fight another down. 1st and goal, and you throw the pick, not good at all.
That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. He'll air this one out deep for Davis. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now a hit and a loose football. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can. It's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On 2nd and 10, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick 6 is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. He'll take a shot downfield for Pittman. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now, look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in a cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it...
And now here's another interception. And the Jets are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action, it's Wilson. Got an open man, that's C.J. Uzomah. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Give to Hall running right.
And he's got room. And all the way down to the 24-yard line.
111 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And you talk about great blocking up front. I don't think he was even touched, not a finger on him, until he was brought down to the ground.
I think we heard the whoosh as he went by, didn't we? Right through the gap. No one there, as you outlined. No one touched him at all. A free sprint into the secondary.
Yeah, that's what you call breaking free right there. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
On second down, a run with Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, first and goal.
Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
They'll go again with Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event.
And it'll be intercepted.
And the Colts are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, with the size of lead that this offense has, I don't think that interception is really going to affect them much. But at least for this defense, something small to hang their hat on.
Yeah, and let's face it, they're not even scoreboard watching anymore, right? They're just trying their best to make a play, get themselves off.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. Well, their defense got them the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We got two. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
A throw to the flat for Carter.
Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
They'll run with Carter.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
They'll give to Hall.
It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the...
And he loses the football the second time. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back. But it will be a loss on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends. And the Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Ryan in trouble and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And it looks like the offense did get the football back, but it is clearly in that end zone, and it's going to be a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Here's Wilson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
On 1st down, Wilson. And Davis has it over the middle.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 2nd down and 5.
Throwing is Wilson. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
One more time with Hall.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown.
Breece Hall.
A 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Jets look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Oh, I was just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
It's been a tough go for them, and it's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles, but they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
To throw again is Ryan. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the three there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
To throw on second and 10. Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent. You just worry about what you're doing.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. To throw again is Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
Out of the gun, they run with Carter. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Oh, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They show run with three tight ends here on first down. A handoff for Hall. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5.
A give running right is Hall.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain there on 1st and 5, and it leaves him with a more standard 2nd down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas and they just want to chomp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Again, Wilson. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away.
From the 10. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action with Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here's another interception.
Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take.
And intercepted. Wilson's third of the game.
Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
And the Colts are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Finds his big tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot there.
So they tried to tack on 2 more. Wouldn't have mattered as far as who won and who lost, but that's how this one ends.
Felt like cosmetics, didn't it? Just put another 2 points on the board, make the score look a little bit better. Maybe they wanted to run a 2-point conversion just to see what they had. Who knows? But it just wasn't necessary.
So for the Jets, They move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the LA Chargers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.